Losses across the board today in the stock index portfolio. I want to show you the results for that. You see the trades on here, Cobra 3, minus 75, Cobra 3 NQ, minus 625, SR Counter Trend 2, E-mini S&P, minus 825. We have a situation where the market has just kind of gone straight up, and it's been difficult to buy the dips because there's not much of a dip, and when there is, there's not much of a bounce. It's kind of a holiday trading. And so when they did give us a dip, they gave us a hard, fast dip, and it was a stop out. So it's tricky holiday trading sometimes, and that happens in December. But we're in a drawdown area where we've been before, so there's great opportunity. So this is a great place to add contracts if you're capitalized for that at the 2 or 3 or 4 contract level. You want to look at when the portfolio is in a drawdown, if you're above a certain capitalization level, or if you're starting, it's a great place to do that in a drawdown. So here are the rest of the trades. AT 2020 got short but hit the break-even point. Stock index swing, nice short trade, plus 475. It has a profit target, and so these shorts bounce back so quick. It's hard to get a sustainable short through the end of the day, and we had this hard sell-off, so the longs were stopped out, and then the shorts didn't have a chance to be profitable. So 60-minute breakout, stopped out, night trader stopped out, and SR Counter Trend 2, 1 minute and 5 minutes stopped out on the long side. Here is the portfolio calculator. This is updated through the weekend, and so today these strategies in the 19 system stock index portfolio setup were down about 5,000 on the minis, 500 on the micros. And so you'll see if you come in here and you subtract the current drawdown from this past weekend to this, you'll be at $10,500. The max drawdown is $23,000. Let's go down and look at the drawdown curve. And again, this is the 19 system stock index portfolio. And so if you look at the 19 system stock index portfolio, and you look at the drawdown curve, it will be at the $10,000 level. So right here, I'm going to draw a line on the $10,000 level, and you'll see where this is. So I didn't draw that very straight. It's more like this. So very frequent level to draw down to. So it draws down frequently to this level, and so that's very normal to have these drawdowns. You can also look at the worst losing day, and we can say the worst losing day in this portfolio is 8,900. So this is a typical drawdown to go through in this portfolio. So great opportunity. You want to be in a position where you can buy these dips, so you have a less risk to worst case drawdown point. So it's a great opportunity to add contracts and also start if you're not starting. So it's a good buy signal if you're waiting for a dip in the equity curve to buy. Similar scenario with the 38 system portfolio. It is in a let's see, let me see if it didn't update here. It is, so the 19 system update is here, and the 38 system portfolio is in a $6,300 drawdown, and it had an $8,000 drawdown today, max drawdown of $46,000. So if you look at that, if you add 8,000 to that, it is 14,317. And if you look at the drawdown at 14,317, it's just to say 15,000. Draw line at 15,000. Let me get the pin out, and you'll see this is how we do it. This is how we take a look at the risk, take a look at the roadmap of where we're at. It's hard to draw a straight line, but you see what I'm talking about. 15,000 occurs frequently, and you see last time is in these levels it bounced. And so one of the things that some like to do is to wait for a drawdown and then buy that dip, and so that's where the opportunity is. Let me show you the trades for this one today, and then we'll go over the 200K portfolio, which was at an equity peak over the weekend. So 200, let's see, the 38 system portfolio includes this workspace. It includes this workspace, and so you see the trades today. Cobra 3 E-mini S&P, or AT 2019 ES 119.50, just no fall through on the short side, hard sell off, and then just this sideways action after about the first 45 minutes or first hour. So no follow through. So AT 2020 on NQ, break even, 60-minute breakout. It exited its trade. It wasn't stopped out, but it has a long exit here, and SR counter trend 2 NQ minus 825, and SR counter trend 2 V2 1mmQ minus 825, 5M NQ minus 825. The 15M V2 NQ was profitable actually. So the 15-minute gave it a longer delay to get in at a later time. So these bounces are occurring later, or having hard sell-offs. When we have hard sell-offs at the beginning, that 15-minute gives us a chance to get that profit target right at the perfect point. And so that was a highlight on the day. Overall, if you trade these two workspaces, this workspace was down 3,000, the other was down 5,000, so it's 8,000 total on that. Minus 825 on SR counter trend 2 V2M 5M NQ. So these drawdowns happen as part of the normal cycle, and we just looked at the portfolio calculator for that. Now if you're trading the 200K portfolio, I'm going to pull that up. Then we have the 200K portfolio, and it is, let me update it here. Let's go down. 200K portfolio 2020. It is 40 strategies. You see that's 44, but there are some that trade two contracts. So on some of those, we're just looking at one contract in the workspace. But Cobra 3 15-minute no profit target NQ is actually trading two contracts. Tick Pulse V12 ES trades two, and these two also trade two. These three that trade two did not trade today, so this one did. So this one includes the 19 system stock index portfolio, and then these other additional commodity markets such as gold and silver and crude oil and soybeans. And we're going to take a look at those charts in a minute. Let's look at where we are. It was at an equity peak coming into today. We were at equity peak as of Friday, and you see the drawdown curve is up here right at equity peaks. And so if we look at where it would be today, it would be around a 6,000. If you trade all these together, it's around a $6,000 drawdown on this 200K portfolio today. So a $6,000 drawdown would be right in here. Very frequent level of drawdown. Let's look at the worst case trading day as well, and we'll see the worst case trading day is 15,000. So that's the worst day. Max drawdown is 21,000. So this is 40 strategies. You see where we are. These will put us down on the month. And so what we've seen oftentimes is when we have a down month and it's the end of the month and we're at a drawdown, it can be a good place to start. An example would be July. We had this in the stock index portfolio for 2019. It was down in July, and I said, hey, this is a good buy signal. And so August, September, October, November were good overall if you would have bought this dip. If you buy these dips, May is another point, down 10,000. This is not updated for today. I haven't done that yet. The market just closed, and I need to export all the data and update it today. But once you see the update, this would be about minus 4,000 on the day, or minus 4,000 on the month. And then you'd be at the current drawdown would be around 6,000. So I will update these, and you will see where they are on the drawdown curve and see the cycle and see the opportunity to buy the dip, or if you're already trading, add contracts if you're capitalized for it. But these are, once again, normal drawdowns. Let's take a look at the TradeStation workspace related to this 200K portfolio. So if you're trading the 200K portfolio, you are trading these two workspaces, and you're trading a couple of contracts and 4 of the strategies that we listed. You're not trading this one, Cobra Euro or Cobra Euro 4. You're not trading Asia Gold 4 long, this version. There's another one you're trading. So in this workspace alone, of the ones you're trading for the 200K portfolio, it would be Asia Gold 4 short. It's minus 80 on the day. And then in this workspace, all strategy access, some nice trades. So this lifted the portfolio, having diversity of additional markets. Cobra Crude was down, minus 725. That was the aggressive version. SR Counter Trend 3, Crude Oil A, hit its profit target. It got long on Friday, hit its profit target, and then got long again today on this sell-off, and it's bouncing back a little bit here. Hold the position overnight. Same thing in the B version, hit its profit target, got long again on the dip. I like it when that happens. Crude oil can be a good market to buy the dip and sell the rally, and so that's what we're working to do. SR Counter Trend 3 Gold B version is actually a day trade version. It'll exit at the end of the day. So you get an end of day exit on SR counter Chin 3, and the A version holds overnight. So this was plus 235, and this was plus 340 at the current price level that you see there. And then Asia Gold Forward, this is the 2020 version that is trading. That's why I said this one over here is not trading. You have access to the 2019 version, but for the 200K portfolio, this is the one that is trading, and it's plus 370. So this workspace was positive for the day. So you have these 4 workspaces, and the stock indexes were hit pretty hard, and the commodity markets, gold and crude oil, were positive on the day. So those are the trades, and that's what to consider, and that's how you analyze cyclical drawdowns and opportunities to buy the dip. We'll look at the 200K portfolio once again. So once again, when I update this portfolio calculator, I have a current drawdown around 6,000, and you'll see minus 4,000 on the month. And tomorrow is the last day of the month, the last day of the year, and the last day of the decade. And you see how cyclical this drawdown is. And some of these drawdowns last longer in other markets, in other portfolios, if there's not that market diversity. But these are so quick, you can almost sit back and wait for a drawdown and then sell the rally, buy the drawdown, sell the rally, buy the drawdown, sell the rally. I don't have a systematic way of doing that. If you do that, sometimes you'll be sitting out of the market for a while. Right in here, you see lots of equity peaks. So you might have a couple of months where you're just sitting out waiting for that drawdown that never happens, and then you're watching the run up. So it's not easy to do, but the opportunity exists, and if you can find a way to do that with an algorithm, there is no question though that when you're starting or adding contracts, you don't need to test whether you should start on a drawdown. That's an absolute. And so this will show a drawdown today of minus 6,000, and that is a good entry point as we move into January's trade. The first day of the month and the new year and the new decade will start on Thursday, and so these are the opportunities that you have. You can also trade some of the old portfolios. We have the 2019 versions here. We have the 25K portfolio, so I didn't go over that yet today. We will. I would have to take a look at that separately. But it is. It's in a $1,000 drawdown coming in today on the 10 strategies, down 1,000 on the month, up 48K on the year. For this setup, you see the cycle of winning and losing months occur, and regardless of your portfolio setup, you see drawdown curves, and so you see cycles for drawdowns, and so that is what I wanted to share with you today for portfolio trading. Really emphasizing this because I really like to emphasize the timing. The timing is a big part on this, and so it's important to make sure you understand this and see the opportunity and the timing. If you're going to trade one of these portfolios and want to trade the new year, now is a great time.